Cannonball! Oh, sorry guys, I didn't see you there. But, hey, it's your boy Michael. I'm back from another video. And my crash pad's here.
Hey, this is the Festus. You can check out my YouTube channel, Festus74. I do like wrestling countdowns, used to do prediction videos. Hopefully get started back on that. I haven't put up anything in a while, but go check out my old stuff. It's really cool. And sitting next to me,
formerly Tank Madness, now TM. I haven't done a video in a couple years. The most I've done is streamed some old wrestling games. My channel is either Skipper88 or just put in Tank Madness.
Yeah. But today we got one of our prediction videos popping off for one of our old things that we used to do. We're going over the Crown Jewel event, which is in the Saudi Arabia, which is like a giant house show, but it's still an event. Today, if there's the loser today will end up having to drink this beautiful 1 quart of lemon juice.
Straight lemon juice.
Yeah, have you guys ever had straight lemon juice?
no, I have not.
I have not.
Have you ever smelled a skunk's butthole? That's
Yes.
what it tastes like you're drinking. But yeah. And well, if there's a 3-way tie, why not we just go 10 chops to the ballot if we get a 3-way tie for losing, because it means there is no winner.
Yes.
So therefore we all lose.
Right.
So let's make it happen, Captain. For the first match, it's Team Hogan versus Team Flair. What's your guys' hits on this?
I think Team Hogan gets the win. Like you said, Saudi is like a giant house show. House shows are always face heavy, and these Saudi shows have been on the win side face heavy. So yeah, it's a good team. You know, it's got a bunch of youngsters on there that that'll give them a much needed push. So yeah, I think it's Team Hogan all the way.
I say Team Hogan just because of who's on the team. Is that there's some fresh young talent that they could really push through the match. And it just happens that, like Chad Gable, Shorty G, my bad, Chad. I really think the person that'll get the win, the pinfall, will be Chad. Or Shorty G, my bad. I didn't mean to do it on purpose that time.
Yeah. But I think we all three are going Team Hogan for sure. Hogan for life. Except versus Shawn Michaels. Then I watched the match so many times I was laughing. We know you were laughing. But
I think it's
Who
hilarious.
wasn't laughing?
Yeah. Second match. These matches are in no particular order on the card. They were just how they were sent out on the website. Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez for the WWE Championship.
I think Kane wins the match, but I don't think he walks out champ. I think it's going to be some kind of screw job, ref stoppage, count out, disqualification, something so Brock can keep the title. I don't think they put the belt on Velasquez on his very first match in Saudi. I just don't think they do that. But so I'm saying Brock's still the champ, but Kane walks out with a win.
I think Kane too. I don't think he gets the gold. I feel like Paul Heyman's gonna get his little look at like Mr. Popper's Penguin, and gonna get in the ring and cause some disturbance. And
I have Kane for this, but I actually see him winning the belt. I don't know. It might happen. It's Saudi. What happens in Saudi stays in Saudi. Just ask the greatest Royal Rumble winner, Braun Strowman. He has not defended his belts. He might bring it back though. We are in Saudi.
True that.
Speaking of Braun, next match, Braun Strowman versus Tyson Fury.
I think Braun takes the win here. Since I think they'll give Velasquez the win, not the belt. I think they're going to take their other celebrity that they brought in, or another fighter from a different world, from the boxing world. I don't think they give him the win, and so I think Strowman definitely gets the win. I wouldn't be surprised if Strowman actually gets a quick win too. That's something I'm going to put out there.
Go.
What do you say, TM?
I say Fury. Honestly, I was thinking Fury was going to knock him out. But with everybody, I feel like Fury's gonna bring out an entourage of people, and to keep from hurting Fury reputation of being a badass, they're gonna have some of his fighters or some of his buddies get in the ring, or they're gonna throw in the towel before it gets too bad for Fury.
Yeah, what I see is the same thing as the Floyd Mayweather and Big Show thing. They let Mayweather do his combos, but at the same time, they had the entourage, which featured Michael Tarver and his not so minuscule trunks. But I see Braun getting the win, just destroying the entourage.
I feel like he's gonna destroy him too,
Yeah.
but it's gonna cost him. It's gonna cost Fury the match.
Yeah. Next match. Cesaro versus Mansoor. Mansoor is this guy who I've only seen wrestle like 2 matches, 3?
Yeah,
Something like that?
Yeah, something like that. You know, the largest. What were they calling that battle royal?
51-man
Yeah.
largest battle royal in history. Such a
Yeah.
long title.
Yeah, and I think he gets the win over Cesaro
Yeah.
simply because they're in Saudi. He's a hometown guy. They've talked. There's talk that they're going to bring him, to one of on the shows, but haven't seen any of that. But yeah, I think Cesaro will be able to carry him to a good match. So it's not gonna be terrible, and you're not gonna be I don't think you'll be booing Mansoor at the end for winning, but yeah, I definitely think he gets over on Cesaro simply because they're in Saudi. What you say?
I say Mansoor as well, but I feel like Cesaro's gonna make him earn his win.
Oh yeah,
Gonna give
yeah,
him
that's
uppercuts for
definitely-
days,
that's definitely-
overpower him.
Same thing. I say Mansoor gets the win, but it's going to come at some sort of price to Cesaro. Maybe give him a 15-minute match. Cesaro shows respect every time he's in the ring. I see this. It's going to be a decent match. Speaking of someone who's only shown up in Saudi, the very next match features Heavy Machinery. Not Otis, but Tucker Knight. It's his first time in Saudi since the Greatest Royal Rumble, which that's just a weird thing that I remember. But next match is the Tag Team Turmoil. Who you got for the win?
I think since it's for this whole greatest tag team thing, similar to the world's greatest,
Best.
Best in the world kind of deal, I think you almost have to put on a heel team to give them heat. And I think the best team in that fits the bill, it's Ziggler and Rude. They're they get that trophy. They're gonna shove it down our throats. They're gonna make us want to just smack them. They're gonna make us hate them, and that's what a good heel does. And they're already great, so just a little more heat, not a bad thing. Who you got?
I chose Dolphin Rude simply for the fact that the Usos are not in it. If the Usos were in it, they definitely would have. They're definitely the greatest in the world, well, WWE world. But I choose Dolphin Rude.
Yeah, I think we all clean sweeped on Dolphin Rude because they are guys who were tag team specialists. They're great on their own, but when they came together, I was just like, that's gonna work. And when they hit their spinebuster zigzag combo, it makes you quiver because you don't know where to hurt. Yeah,
Yes.
next match, Seth Rollins versus The Fiend. False count anywhere. Cannot be stopped for any reason. So if he gets stabbed in the eye, he's got to keep going.
They're just in the back praying that nothing like real happens during this. It's like, oh God, do not let us actually get hurt, because they build it like that. But yeah, I think Seth keeps the belt. I've flip-flopped on this. This is the one match on the card where I was like torn, like severely flip-flopped several times on my thinking, and I settled on The Fiend doesn't need a title. The Fiend, that character doesn't need a belt to be relevant, to be seen as one of the A-lister, one of the top guys on SmackDown. So, I think they keep the belt on Seth, and just because the Fiend doesn't need it.
I chose the Fiend. I feel like he's gonna win the match, and I know the title's on the line, but I feel like Vince or somebody's gonna come out and take it away from him because he's on SmackDown. But it will only set him up to face Brock and destroy Brock to make him or Kane, just depending who wins tonight and who gets the belt. But I feel like it'll be the Fiend, so it can add some credibility to the Fiend character, to not going down for no reason, to destroying monsters. So I think the Fiend will win tonight, but he might not win the championship.
I say the Fiend keeps it. They do a big switcheroo. Just who knows who they send to Raw? Who knows what belts are going where? Because they've switched belts on shows before. It's not the first or the last time it will happen. So I'm sticking the Fiend. Wins the belt. Does he create a new Fiend championship belt? That's why I want him to win. A new belt that represents that. Next match, 20-man battle royal for a championship U.S. title match against AJ Styles later on in the pay-per-view.
Kind of going with an odd pick because is when we get to the U.S. title match, I'll share my thoughts on that. But just I think R-Truth, this push with the 24/7 belt he's been getting, once again, Saudi, base heavy and odd. I mean, they got odd stories going. And, sometimes they don't even carry storylines into that thing, except for the major belts. But, I just, it's one of those, a 20-man battle royal with guys who are all kind of similar, no one's sticking out for me as far as, he's the guy, or, I think they all are similar skill sets and everything. I think therefore go odd and R-Truth. What do you say, man?
I chose Murphy. Murphy's had a hell of a year. He's proven himself. First, he won the 205 Cruiserweight Championship, and then he busted his ass when he got put into a storyline with Roman, the big dog, and Rowan, and he's held his own. So I feel like
Some sort of cup up.
he's going to have a championship title match.
Yeah. You guys go to wild cards. I'm picking a guy that they just brought, that he came off of 205 Live, Humberto. He's got a spark to him. The match I saw against him and Seth Rollins, it was a battle. Like, everybody knew Seth was going to come on top. But then the shaking hands after showing respect, it earned something. Like, they're going to push him somewhere. I see U.S., it doesn't matter. Give him a belt, because I see Humberto winning the match, the 20-man battle royal for the U.S. title match. And that sets up the AJ Styles versus R-Truth, AJ Styles versus Buddy Murphy, AJ Styles versus Humberto match.
I thought that whoever wins 20-man is kind of getting fed to AJ. I think AJ keeps the belt no matter who comes out of that battle royal. I think they just AJ keeps the belt. Because I don't see them really thrusting him back into the world title, back into a world or universal title picture anytime soon. So I think they keep the U.S. belt on him. What do you think?
I think if Murphy does win, I feel like he's going to win the U.S. title to give him a good singles belt on the main roster. Because if it's not the IC, the U.S. needs somebody who can keep up with AJ. And I feel like Murphy can do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Murphy brings it.
Well, with whoever AJ faces, with me it's Humberto. I I want Humberto to win, but with AJ, it's a win for us fans. Any match with AJ in it, even if it's against James Ellsworth, it still looked like a match. Like, you got the win. But yeah, we got this last match on the card. It shocked all three of us to hear it.
Surprising.
Yes.
Lacey Evans versus Natalya, the first women's match in Saudi. We know there's going to be so much controversy in the match. We know there's going to be boos in the crowd. We know this, but
I don't know. I really don't. I feel like that, the wrestling fans, yeah, it's a totally different culture.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll get outright booed.
Yeah.
There may be crickets.
Yeah.
Crickets I might expect, but outright booing I don't. And definitely I think we talked about they're going to be, their gear will be definitely different.
Yes.
It's going to be like that match they had in Abu Dhabi where both girls were covered practically head to toe.
Yeah.
Okay, not head to toe, but full on suit basically.
Rey Mysterio from Halloween Havoc. That's
yes. I think Lacey Evans. Haven't been a fan. Still don't think she's that good in ring or on the mic for that matter. But they seem to like her, and they've been giving her somewhat of a push. So, I think that having that as the first women's match, and I was the winner. It definitely would get her heat to brag about that.
Yeah.
So, what say you, TM?
I say Natalya. Because honestly, she's so good, she doesn't need a belt. She's busted her butt to not need a belt. And I think for her working so hard and being so loyal to them, when she could have asked for her release when they weren't giving her what she deserved, I feel like they're going to give her the win. To be the first woman to have something like that under her belt.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something they'll be able to taught whichever one wins. That's going to be on their resume for life.
Yeah. With me, I kind of look at this past the in-ring work. I also look at it from what they've done outside of the ring. Like, Natty is from Canada, which is technically not the U.S. But also, so Saudi, it's a weird thing. Saudi does not like some U.S. stuff, women. Yeah. But then there's also Lacey Evans, who's a Marine. Who do they give that to? It's a very distinct thing. Do they give it to the... Because it's one of those things you're like, wow, do they give Lacey Evans... Because if Lacey Evans... I want Lacey Evans to win this, actually. I'm liking her to a point because it reminds me of one of my close friends. But I want to see her do some military uniform. Like, straight up. She could pull it off. Just let her go out there and
I've always kind of been surprised that they went the whole classy Southern Belle gimmick instead of bringing in
her Marine roots.
Her military roots.
Yeah. But... that's how we have it today. Pop in the comments because tell us what you think. This will be up in no time. But do you guys have anything more you want to add?
I really hope I don't lose because I'm not looking forward to drinking that shit.
Cheap plug again. Go ahead and check out my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I was gonna say one more
it's
plug.
recently been started. My brother got me into it, so.
How do they know we're related?
Well, just so, for those who don't know, we're twins. Figure that out.
Yeah. One more plug of your account names?
Mine's Fest74. That's my Twitter handle as well. Haven't been very active on social media here lately, but gonna try to get back into it and get some videos up on my channel. But
Go ahead and like or comment or whatever on my YouTube channel at Skipper88. Well, subscribe to. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment for more.